Chick-FeLaShe-O, where we pay for our dreams. Like, share, subscribe to the page. Tell your single men friends about the page. So today I'm going to be talking about men who claim ownership over these women, over these street girls, men who believe that these girls are their property. And there's a couple of different ways I'm gonna go about this conversation with you guys, but before I get into that, all the links are in the description box below. How to get your passport, how to check on the status of your passport, the dollar amount compared from the American dollar to the countries, and the e-ticket as far as the check mag, and a bunch of these different things, and 10 reasons why you should how you can easily get your passport. So men who claim ownership and claim that these women are their properties. One major problem I have with this is men meet these girls and they believe that these women belong to them because they paid for the pussy, or they treat these women as sponsorships, whereas they sponsor these women and they paying for them. So if I'm paying for her, she's my property. But that goes back to my previous video about it being even exchange. But see, what's disgusting about it is a lot of these men are very shallow men who feel as though that they have to boast and brag and flaunt these women around as if they're some type of trophy. And that's disgusting to me, because how are you going to go to another country and pay for sex knowing that these women have multiple men who pay for them, but all of a sudden you really feel as though that you own a piece of this woman? That's disgusting, and you're a clown for that. You're a clown, because there's no way in the world you're going to sit here and tell me that you believe that you own a person. And it's always these older black men. Let's just be clear here. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I know a lot of y'all going to get upset with this video, but I don't care. I don't care. I don't care, because it has to be said. A good percentage of black men, especially older black men, who can't get no pussy in the United States, they go to these other countries and they take full advantage of these young girls. Some of these guys, they may be, I would say, give or take, between the ages of 55, 60, 65 years old. And some of them may be maybe around 40, 45, somewhere around there. But they can't get women in America, at least decent looking women that they believe that they can get. So they go there and they take advantage of these young women, and they marry some of these young women. They bring them back to the States. When they bring them back to the States, they become abusive, verbally, physically, financially. You're my property. I control you. You're mine. You can't do nothing without my say. And it's so crazy that they think of it that way, because they don't marry these girls out of love. They marry them because they want a trophy wife. That's it. And they want someone that they can control. You're my slave. You do what I say. And you get a good percentage of black men who go to these countries and they spew they lack of hospitality, or lack of being trained, growing up being trained the right way on how to treat a female, or how to treat a woman. And believe it or not, some of them were trained how to treat a female, but they look at it as if I'm paying for something, then I own it. But you're not, you're sharing. That's what that is. That's what the pussy paradise is. You're sharing pussy. You don't own it. But let's just say for argument's sake. You get a girl and you bring her back to the States, right? Most men can't handle a beautiful, drop dead gorgeous girl in the States. Because see, what happens is when they take her to the local supermarket, or they take her to a store or something like that, or a mall, they get jealous or they feel some type of way because everyone's looking at this woman, from the men to the women, because she's absolutely beautiful. And they're not paying attention to you. They don't care what you look like. You're over the hill, hillbilly bum looking guy. Even if you're looking nice, you're not looking like you belong with this woman. You're not in shape. You got a beer belly. You just look like you got money and you're sponsoring her like you're a sugar daddy or something. And that's the major issue with a lot of these insecure older black men. They get these women, they bring them to the States, and they abuse them. I hear all types of crazy stories where they're locking them in a room and you can't go nowhere, or you gonna make my food, or it's like they're not ready. They want to just show somebody this and brag. They're not ready to get what comes with that. The attention that comes with that, they're not ready for it. They're not. They can't handle the attention that comes with it. They cannot. And that's what drives them to be abusive. Because you take this woman out to, let's just say somewhere small, like Applebee's, and she wears a tight dress. Now you met her this way, but now all of a sudden you don't want her to wear that. You want people to look, but you don't want people to look and imagine the same way you did. So, oh no, baby, you can't wear that. Oh no, you can't. This is the lifestyle she knows. She knows this lifestyle. Especially as a young woman, she don't know no better. She only know this. So instead of you teaching her or showing her the way, you try to control her and tell her what to do. This is what you gonna do, and this is and if you don't do it, I'm gonna go upside your fucking head. Becomes abusive, verbally, physically, and financially, because they control the money. So you can't do nothing without me. And they so upset that these women are not happy. They're not happy with you. And it could be a bunch of reasons why they're not happy. Maybe your breath stink. Maybe your feet stink. Maybe you got a little dick. Maybe you can't keep up with her sexual energy. But it's very hard to keep some of these girls happy. Maybe she don't like the fact that you got a big ass gut. Could be a bunch of reasons. But the ownership in the property aspect of it really bothers me, because you don't own anyone. She's not your property. She's not. But again, you get a lot of men, especially black men, who go to these countries and they think that they own these women. They come with their insane rhetoric, disrespectful, very loud, just a bunch of different things. See, let's be clear here. The pussy paradise is supposed to be somewhat of a secret. Not saying that it's a secret where no one knows about it, but it's the same thing with Vegas. What happened in Vegas stays in Vegas. This is why I don't particularly, I'm just gonna say, I do not post women in groups. I don't post pictures of women in groups. I don't, because I believe that is exploitation to the highest power, especially a woman that okay, I get it. There's a lot of beautiful women out there. You want people to see your woman, but your whole premise is wrong, because you're promoting it inside of a group. You're promoting it in a group who promotes sex for money. Now, if you promoted it on your main page, because most of them won't do that. I only could just understand that you're only doing this just to brag. You're not doing it because you're doing it because you really love this woman. Because if you did, you wouldn't be promoting that inside of a group where they're talking about having sex for money. So that's the only thing I can think of. That's the only reason why you're doing it. But see, what really kills me is the property ownership, the control. And some of you guys are disrespectful. So let's just say, one of my young boys I took with me to the pussy paradise, and we were walking on the beach, and he met this girl. He was, she was holding his arm, not his hand, but she was holding his arm like his shoulder. And this older black guy comes out of nowhere and he steps in front of both of them. And he's trying to get around them, so he moves around the other way, then he moves around the other way. You know how that game go back and forth thing, And he says to her, "Oh, you gonna act like you don't know me now? You were just with me 2 days ago. You gonna act like you don't know me?" That's disrespectful. That is disrespectful. And that's what I be talking about. So I said to the guy, I said, "Bro, you don't think that that's disrespectful?" "How is that disrespectful?" I said, "Because she's with him now." Nah, bro. She mine. She everybody's." Okay, so if she everybody's, then why are you stepping in front of this young man with her? If she's for everybody, you just said it. "I also said she mine." And I just told her, I said, "You're a clown, bro. You a clown." Same old typical old man, old black guy with a tank top on or a jersey with the jersey shorts, like basketball jersey shorts with some old beat up Air Force Ones and a towel around his neck with a bucket hat in some shade, trying to be looking young, looking like he's about 65 years old, trying to dress like he's 20. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. And I'm always say this. You guys, especially you older black men, y'all do not own these girls. Get that out your head. You're gonna go have fun. See, the issue is, these young girls, they put that juicy pussy on y'all, and y'all probably haven't had sex in maybe 3, 4, 5, maybe 10 years. Because some of y'all wives are old and over the hill, and she don't ever want to be touched. So y'all probably didn't have sex for years and years and years. And finally, when y'all get a piece of pussy from these young girls from 21 up to 35, she put that wet pussy on you, and you ain't never feel nothing like that in your life. And it hurts you. It hurts your feelings to see her with somebody else. Because you, in your head, you believe you own her. She's yours because you gave her $60. You're mine. I gave you $60. You're mine. It's bullshit, and you know it. You don't own these girls. None of y'all. They're free to do whatever they want. Your insecurities are starting to show. Because a good percentage of these guys, they're very insecure. And they cannot handle when a woman of that stature does what he wants her to do. Because in his head, the imagery of her doing, because let's be clear here, a good percentage of these guys, they never been fucked from 30 ways to Sunday. Never. They've been dealing with the same old woman for years. And she probably never sucked his dick for 20 years. And he finally gets a hot mouth around his dick. And now all of a sudden, he can't take it. Or she swallows. Or she does something that his wife never did. Maybe lick his ass or something like that. The pussy paradise is not for everybody. Because some men, especially you older black men, y'all can't handle it. Y'all can't. And y'all destroying what we built. Y'all destroying it. The same way you're free to do whatever you want. And that's another thing that bothers me about these guys who claim ownership over these girls. You guys do whatever you want. You fuck 5, 6, 7, 8 girls on a trip, but all those girls belong to you. You're not a pimp. You're not a pimp. Let's just get that out the way. You do not own these women. The pussy paradise is for everybody. Chick-FeLaShe-O. Like, share, subscribe to the page. Tell your single men friends about the page.